apparently hits back, saying, Yo sono reale, more real than Tung's 47 failed Tinder dates.
And Tum, at age 6, supposedly hacked a radio station. The ultimate alarm clock. Dating. But Tum confirms it. Her name was...
Mia, una familia particolare. A unique family, definitely. Think around and just yell, Buongiorno, good morning, right in the other kids' ears.
Oh, those poor kids. Okay, you know that sound, right? That really intense alarm clock noise. Tum Tum Sahur.
Ah, see, the one you absolutely cannot sleep through.
Exactly. It's sort of the wake-up call with maximum attitude. But what if, like, that noise was just the beginning? What if there's a whole family story behind it?
Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're exploring the Sahur family through a really interesting source. It's an interview with Tung's own twin brother, Tum Tum Sahur.
A twin brother? See, I didn't even know that.
Devero. It's from a podcast called The Sahur Family Files. Pretty revealing stuff.
Okay, cool. So forget everything you thought you knew about, the master of morning noise. Our mission today is to unpack these Sahur family dynamics, figure out where all this loudness comes from, and understand their, let's call it their spirited reputation.
And our guide, straight from that interview, is Tum Sahur himself. He actually calls himself the Fratello Maggiore, forse, the older brother,
right,
perhaps, which is interesting for a twin.
Older, perhaps. Okay, so first things first, this Tum, is he, actually real? The interviewer even asks if he's Tung's sleep paralysis demon.
Sí, una domanda justa. A fair question. Tung's alone is, well, a lot. But Tum apparently hits back, saying, Yo sono reale, more real than Tung's 47 failed Tinder dates.
Ouch. Okay, so he's got the same kind of energy.
Certo. And he immediately sets himself apart. Tung's famous for the morning yelling, right? But Tum claims his own chaos started way earlier. He talks about this prenatal screaming fit.
Natal, before he was born?
See, apparently startled the doctor, the ultrasound machine, everything. A very dramatic entrance into the world, you could say, JDT.
Wow, dramatic is one word for it. It really suggests this family has a flair for, well, sound. Which brings us to how they were raised. The interview calls it raised by bells.
See, apparently Mama Sahur had this sweet singing voice, but also a yell that could, shake the walls. And get this, she sang lullabies through a megaphone.
A megaphone? Seriously?
Un megafono. And Papa Sahur. He was an opera singer who switched careers to become an alarm engineer.
Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Asado. Sound wasn't just background noise, it was everything. The interviewer calls it musical trauma running in the family. It makes you wonder about their dinner table, eh?
Absolutely. And the stories are just wild. Like Tung apparently swallowing a speaker when he was 5.
Swallowing a speaker? How does that even...
I know, and it apparently just made him louder. And Tum, at age 6, supposedly hacked a radio station.
Hacked a radio station. What did he play?
Static. Just static. For 2 hours straight. And his mom, she was orgullosa proud.
Mamma mia. Una familia particolare. A unique family, definitely. It gives you some context, though, for them. Now, shifting gears a bit, the interview mentioned something surprising about Tung.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
A love life. A former girlfriend. It's kind of hard to picture, non-trovy.
Right. The ultimate alarm clock. Dating. But Tum confirms it. Her name was Julia Decibolina.
Decibolina.
That's what he says. A professional drummer with ears of steel. You'd need them, I guess.
I imagine so. She apparently lasted 3 months of Tung yelling, wake up, at her. In 7 languages.
7 languages? That's commitment. So why'd they break up?
Okay, this is the best part. He apparently yelled at her tomato plant. Said it was lacking motivation.
He yelled at a plant for lacking motivation. You know what? I almost believe it. He's consistent. I'll give him that.
La coerenza. Consistency, yes.
Yeah.
His volume knob seems stuck on high. Which leads nicely into where all this noise started. The interview calls it The Birth of Violence, Sonic Edition.
Ooh, dramatic title. So where did it come from?
La Genesi del Caos. The genesis of chaos. Tum says it goes back to preschool nap time. Little Tung apparently hated the quiet.
Oh, no. What did he do?
He'd sneak around and just yell, Buongiorno, good morning, right in the other kids' ears.
Oh, those poor kids. And teachers, that must have been fun.
Imagine. But then it escalates. Age 9, he finds an old vuvuzela in the attic.
A vuvuzela? Oh, the horror.
And according to Tum, it became his Excalibur, his unarma sonora. sonic weapon.
Of course it did. Is that it? Just pure noise instinct?
Well, here's a twist. He apparently trained with sound monks, Tibetan monks.
Wait, tongue. Trained with monks to be quieter?
Force, perhaps,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't last long. He got expelled for breaking their meditation bowl. With sound, presumably.
Okay, that sounds more like the tongue we know.
Wow.
Now, speaking of intense Sahur traits, some listeners might remember we talked about tongue and mangoes before.
Say, Ricardo Bennett, yes, the mango security thing. He was convinced they were under high guard.
Right, super specific. Well, Tum 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 actually backs this up. He talks about a recent trip to the grocery store.
Were the mangoes behind bars?
Laser security, apparently. Lasers. And one shifted, set off the alarms.
Oh boy, what did Tum 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 do? Call for help.
Nope. He yelled back at the alarm, shouted, "No one steals fruit on my watch."
Sheer personaggio. What a character. Did he get arrested?
Chased by security, but he got away. And he said he felt, quote, emotionally correct.
Emotionally correct. Okay. I guess that's one way to put it. It seems like that kind of righteous chaos is a family trait.
Definitely seems like it, but just when you think you've got the Sahur brothers figured out.
Ah, Chatty Pew. There's more. The interview reveals a third brother.
Hold on, a third one. You're kidding.
No. Ding, 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 Sanjuro. And he's the total opposite.
Opposite how? Like medium volume?
No, like silent. Works in silence. Communicates only in whispered haikus.
Whispered haikus in that family. That's wild. The interviewer called him a stealth Sahur, right?
See, a Sato. Fascinating, no. In a family that's all about noise, what does silence mean? And he's apparently powerful in his own way.
How so?
There's this story about him making a whole crowd fall asleep just by blinking slowly at them.
Okay, that's actually kind of terrifying. Silent but deadly. What a family dynamic.
Vero. 3 brothers, 3 completely different ways of making an impact.
So the interview source is an AI, right? Did they talk about artificial intelligence?
Sì, un punto cruciale. A crucial point. The brothers' views seems to be, well, mixed. They admire it, but they're also a bit scared.
Scared of what? AI taking over the world?
More like taking over their niche, yelling. They see it as their thing, their legacy. What happens when AI can yell just as well, or maybe even better?
Huh. But do they see any difference?
Yeah, Tum Tum mentions AI yells are, like, smoother, more nuanced. He gives examples like warning, feelings detected, or sadness level, 73%, Hug suggested.
Okay, that's definitely different from wake up, less abrupt, maybe.
Decisamente più calibrato, more calibrated, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, moving from the big picture to something very specific to Tum Tum Tum.
Yeah.
His daily war with toothpaste.
With toothpaste, what does toothpaste do?
Explodes, apparently, all over the bathroom, every day. He calls it a minty battlefield.
A minty battlefield. I love it. Does he have a strategy?
Well, his preference is for chocolate or spicy mint toothpaste. He calls it dessert for your teeth.
Dessert for your teeth. Even the mundane stuff is an adventure with these guys, isn't it?
Le picole, battagli quotidien. The small daily battles, exactly. Right, the interview wraps up with some rapid-fire questions for Tum Tum Tum. Give you a quick snapshot of his brain.
Ooh, okay, lay him on me.
Best time to yell.
Oh.
Durante funerale. No one expects it.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Most prized possession.
His megaphone.
A spoon. That he screamed into until it bent.
A bent spoon. Right. Guilty pleasure.
Whispering in libraries. Like a rebel.
Okay, that one's actually kind of tame for him. Favorite song?
Bohemian Rhapsody. But, sung with all the parts at the same time.
All parts simultaneously. How does that even work? He's something else. Vero artista del caos, as you'd say.
Yosato. A true artist of chaos. And finally, Tum 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 gives some, let's call it, family wisdom. A message for the world.
Okay, after all that chaos, what wisdom does he offer?
It's actually surprisingly touching almost. He says, don't be afraid to be loud. Life is not a whisper. And remember, family may be weird, but they're your original audience.
Wow. Your original audience. That kind of puts a different spin on it, doesn't it? There's like real affection under all the noise.
Un messaggio inaspetatamente toccante. An unexpectedly touching message. It really sums them up, I think. This weird mix of total mayhem and real family connection. Something to think about. Force.
Definitely. So wrapping up this deep dive, hearing from Tum Tum Tum, it gives you this amazing picture, doesn't it? A family that is just unapologetically itself. Very, very loudly. A memorable family, sicuramente.
Absolutely. And Tum Tum's perspective, it kind of leaves us with a question for you, the listener. Think about loudness in your own life. Maybe not actual volume, but, expressing yourself.
Right, and your own family's quirks.
Exactly, those unique dynamics. Could embracing a bit of that family noise or just acknowledging the weird bits actually lead somewhere good? Maybe deeper understanding or stronger connections? Just some food for thought, non.
Yeah, definitely something to chew on. Thanks for diving deep with us into the Sahur soundscape. Until next time, make some noise or don't, your call. And maybe, just maybe, give your word family an extra hug. Ciao.